What's up, everybody? It's Jasmine. Welcome back to another episode of A Girls Podcast, brought to you by Jasmine Rule and her good friend Jasmine Rule, because I'm friends with myself. At least I'm supposed to be. Anyway, the last few weeks I've been feeling a little bit not tired as in sleepy tired, but tired as in like my body just feels like, oh, don't walk anywhere, don't do this, don't do that. Just feeling a little bit, I guess, physically exhausted. But I haven't really done anything that would explain that, except that I think that I've been working a lot in the weekends, not like actual work, but just, YouTube and other projects that I have going on in my free time. So doing a lot of that, and then, having some negative stuff happen as well on the side, and, just that has taken its toll, I suppose, but hopefully I will bounce back, because it's not a good feeling at all. I really enjoyed it last month when I was feeling really energetic and excited, and I was running every weekend and just really enjoying my apartment and doing, small things and enjoying it. But now, this weekend, couldn't go for a run. I just feel so tired of my body. But I have, so although I'm not feeling top of the mountain, I have started playing Pokemon Go again, and that is really good because it means that even if I don't feel like going for a run, which I really would like to be doing, I can just go for a little walk, catch some Pokemon, get outside. And the thing with Pokemon Go is that, the time really flies. So for example, yesterday I went outside to catch Pokemon, and I thought there was a raid that was about to start. So if you don't know, there are these eggs that hatch at certain locations, and it'll be like a particularly strong Pokemon. So you need several people, strangers or friends, doesn't matter, to come up and help you fight this Pokemon, so that then once you've defeated it, then you get a chance to catch it. So when I left my home to go for a small walk, I thought that I'd only be out for hopefully 15 minutes. I was hoping that I would manage that. But I was feeling super tired, so I just wasn't sure if I would even manage that. But then I saw that this raid was going to start in, I think it was like 20 minutes. And I was like, man, I don't think that I can hold out until then. But I said to myself, well, I'll make it to the end of this road and see if there's any good Pokemon down here, because I've never been, I've never played in this area that I live before, so I don't really know like what's around, what places there are to collect items and things like that. So I said to myself, I'll make it to the end of the road and I'll see how it goes, and I'll just have the small goal in my mind of making it out for 20 minutes and then doing this raid. So I went to the end of the street, and then I just kept on going. I kept on walking, kept on catching Pokemon, and then it ended up happening that I was almost late for the raid. Like 20 minutes had gone by, and then, I had to like quickly walk super fast back to the raid spot. And then there was only one other person that was joining the raid, and that isn't enough for particularly strong raid battles. So gave up on that idea, but then I kept on walking around the block. I met a really cool cat that had these colors that I'd never seen before, like sort of grayish and like this really creamy brown color, and then like darker brown. So it was like a mixture of all these colors, and like so beautiful and like first of all, I was like, hey kitty, how's it going? And he was all like, I don't like you, don't talk to me. And then he was like, but he was sort of like walking back and forth and back and forth. And then eventually he's like, all right, touch my body. And then he would like, so then I knelt down. I was like patting him and talking to him. And then he would like go around behind me, like rub his body on me, and then come up the other side, and then I'll pat him, and then he'd do it again, like just doing these loops. It was pretty cool. Anyway, so I made a new cat friend. And then, but the problem is that it was really cold. It still gets really cold at nighttime, and it's been quite windy as well. So I think at nighttime it can be about like -1 degrees, which isn't crazy cold for Sweden, but it's springtime now, so you'd hope that it'd be warming up. So, but it's like 8 degrees during the daytime sometimes, so you can kind of be outside depending on if it's too windy or not. But like my hands were freezing cold, and like I couldn't even feel the cat. Like I knew that he was really fluffy, but I just couldn't really feel it. So unfortunately I had to leave him there, but maybe I'll see him, another day. And then I walked home. So, I mean, I must have been out for like 35 minutes, and that was way more than I thought that I would manage. So that's why Pokemon Go is really cool, because I don't feel like doing much at all. I want to do things, but my body says no, don't do it. I'm so tired. Ooh, I'm jelly. Look at me, jelly body. So Pokemon Go has helped me this weekend, and next week the plan is to go out for some little walks again during lunchtime, catch some Pokemon, try and get closer to leveling up. So when I finished playing Pokemon Go last time, I had maxed out my level. I had my friend and I, we were having a little competition to see who would max out their level first. And then when I did it, he accused me of paying actual money in the game to buy special items that help you level up faster. And to me, that was really hurtful, because, okay, so, he said it once and I said no, but he didn't believe me. So that's when it was like too much, because, okay, like, sure, someone can think that, but once you tell them no, like, they should accept that and believe you. But anyway, he didn't believe me, and then he kept, so then I felt really hurt, because first of all, he didn't believe me, and I sometimes, like, I have guy friends that are like that, and, they're not, like, good friends of mine, because they're like that. So I really didn't want him to be one of those people either. But then he was kind of like showing himself to be that, although I don't necessarily think he is that, but in that situation it felt like that. And then the other thing that was hurtful is that, because I don't spend a lot of money on frivolous things like that, nowadays, now that I've bought my own apartment, I've been working on spending money on things that'll make me happy, because especially in those days, when that confrontation happened, I was saving so hard to afford an apartment and not doing, cool things, just, doing cool things that didn't cost money, but like, if I saw something that I really wanted to buy, I wouldn't buy it. I had the same shoes for, the same gym shoes for like 2 or 3 years. So, I didn't spend money on stuff. So it just was so ridiculous to me that he would think that I would then spend money on a stupid game. Like, Pokemon Go is cool and everything, but to spend money on a game that in a way that doesn't even like enhance the experience, that was like, it felt like he doesn't understand me at all. And like, what type of friendship is this if he thinks that I'm the type of person that would do that? Like, so Then I called him a dick, and then he was really upset that I called him a dick, which is fair enough. But my experience was that he was being a dick. So it's like, then we had to apologize to each other because of the name calling and because he upset me. So we had to apologize to each other. And then after that, it just really ruined the game for me. Because it just, it was like I maxed out my level, and then this negative thing happened, and it felt like, because we would play together, we would spend time together on these community days, and it was like the way that we really bonded, and I really looked forward to that. Like when community days were coming up, I'd really hope that he would like ask me to hang out, and I would ask him to hang out, and sometimes he would be hanging out with other people, so he wouldn't want to hang out with me. So like I would really look forward and hope that he would hang out with me. And then after this experience, it was like, that sucks. Yeah. So then I stopped playing. And now I've started up again, and they have raised the maximum level. So now the maximum level is 50. I don't know what my friend's level is. He's probably already maxed out because he never stopped playing Pokemon Go, I don't think. Maybe he did. But yeah. So now I'm battling myself. Another thing that I really enjoy is like there's a lot of little kids running around playing Pokemon Go, and it's mostly like little boys. And then I come along and I'm like level 40, got all these shiny super rare Pokemon, and I'm like battling in the gym and like bam 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 bam. So I feel like I'm this super god just coming in and like, oh, watch out of my way, kids, don't worry, I'll get this one. So that's like a really enjoyable part of the game to me, is just like, look at me, I'm super awesome. And then other things that I like in the game is that you can hatch eggs. So, and to do that you have to walk a certain amount. So there's some eggs that are like 2.5 kilometers, or is it just 2? I don't know, a really low amount. And then there's 5 kilometers, and then there's 10 kilometers, and there's also 7 kilometers. I'm hoping that they're still in the game, I'm not sure. The 7 kilometer ones are really special because you can get them from trading things with your friends, I think. Getting gifts, I think that's how you get them. Yeah. Now I feel really unsure. Anyway, so if your friend had gone to like a new country, let's say Kazakhstan. Your friend went to Kazakhstan, they spun a Pokespot, they got a gift, they send you that gift, you open that gift, and then you can hatch a Pokemon that originates from Kazakhstan. That's so cool. And when I say originate, I just mean that the egg comes from Kazakhstan, and there's no Kazakhstan specific Pokemon as far as I know. So that's a really cool thing. So you can like collect these Pokemon, you can collect, what else can you collect? You can collect postcards from different parts of the world, and I think that that's really cool. And what else is cool? Probably the other aspect of Pokemon Go that I really like is that there's a lot of Pokemon merch that you can get, in real life. So if you really get into Pokemon and you like the aesthetic of Pokemon, then you can actually, buy physical things. And since I've bought my apartment, and since I'm, buying things that I enjoy, then it's really nice to be able to purchase things in real life that remind you of Pokemon. Also, you wouldn't necessarily have to buy things. You could even make it. Like, I was thinking that maybe I would make some soft toys that look like Pokemon. Just, sewing needle, getting some fluff and filling it, and just, making soft toys that look like Pokemon. That'd be really cool. And the other thing would be making friends. That would be really cool. But the problem with Swedish people is that they're not very social. So if you are doing a raid, it's not a guarantee that you would get to talk to anybody else who's doing the raid. But if it was in New Zealand, you would expect someone to, just give you like a nod, maybe say, hey, how's it going? Like, and especially if you're a high level, then people want to be your friends, because if you can get your high level friend to join a raid, that's going to increase your chances of being able to defeat the Pokemon and quickly. Like, the quicker you do it, the better. Like, you don't want to be hanging around, So me being a high level person, I feel like if I was in New Zealand, I would be like, everybody's best friend. Here comes Jasmine. She's killing it. She's level 40, but like, you just wait a couple days and she's gonna be level 50. So yeah, I wish I was in New Zealand playing Pokemon Go. I did play Pokemon Go when I was in New Zealand, waiting for my work permit in Sweden, and that was really cool. The worst part though was that you only have like a certain amount of space in your bag to catch Pokemon. So at the moment my max limit is 750 Pokemon, which sounds like a lot, but if you have one of every Pokemon, like, that's, because you can't just have one, you're catching Pokemon all the time, like, it's a disaster. So I had to get rid of most of my New Zealand Pokemon, and I traded a lot of my New Zealand Pokemon with my friend, who then accused me of spending money in the game. So he's got some of my New Zealand Pokemon, and he's probably gotten rid of them by now. He probably doesn't respect them. Yeah. Oh, man. So that's another aspect that just sucks, really, is that you have to decide which Pokemon you have to keep or which ones you have to give away. But I do have my favorite Pokemon. I have ones that I really, really love, so they're gonna be held on to, that's for sure. Anyway, this has gone on so long. I honestly didn't mean to talk about Pokemon all the time. I actually had an idea that I would talk about bullet journaling, but now here I am talking about Pokemon, but I feel really happy now, so that's so cool. Hopefully I don't do like a crash, feeling really good and then feeling really bad. That would suck, but I don't think it'll be like that. Should I talk about bullet journaling? Yeah, I can talk about it for like a few minutes, and then maybe I can carry it on another time. Anyway, so something that I started doing this year was bullet journaling, and part of that is getting a blank journal. It doesn't have to be blank, but most people who do it, they do a blank journal, and then you fill everything in yourself, like make cover pages and just any designs that you want and everything like that. So here is from my first week of 2021. Not looking super awesome, but you can tell that it's like hand done, right? And then I've spilt some water down. No, I didn't spill water. It rained and it turned out my handbag wasn't waterproof. So anyway, it's leaking ink and everything like that. But yeah, so I have done everything in the bullet journal myself. So why did I do this? What's awesome about bullet journaling? Well, bullet journaling is a way to put down ideas, track events, track cycles, menstrual cycles, moon cycles, tide cycles, whatever you want. Like, you can track anything. It's also a way of putting your own creativity into things, because a lot of, when you go and you buy a journal or a calendar or a diary, everything is like set out in a certain way, and you have to accept the way that it's set out for the whole year. But with a bullet journal, what most people do, and what's like accepted, like this is like another thing to talk about, but like there are people who have like rules that you have to follow. So depending on what bullet journal community you join, like some people are really strict about it, and that kind of sucks. But anyway, so what I use my bullet journal for is tracking certain things. So for example, I have never been good at knowing when my period will start and when it'll end. Like, just never had an interest in, keeping up with that, because I think it really sucks that girls have to put up with that. So I'm like, I'm just gonna like forget that exists. But now I understand the benefit of keeping track of that. So I have these little circles that I've done, and so each circle represents a month of the year. So I have 6, and then I'll have to do another spread. It's called a spread when it's like, a page or 2 pages. I'll have to do another spread halfway through the year. So in the boxes around the circle, I have the numbers, the dates of the month, and then I have different things that I want to track. So when it is my period, then I color in the box for that date. So I track my period. I track when I do my skincare routine, so if I do it or if I don't, because I want to get better at doing it every day. I have a box for tracking when I do yoga. I have a box for tracking when I do something creative. I have a box for tracking when I work out. I have a box for tracking when I write down my dreams, as in like what I actually dreamt that night. And then I have a box for when I've flossed my teeth. So each of these things are things that I haven't been good at doing in the past. So for example, flossing my teeth, I started flossing my teeth I think about 2 years ago, and I want to do it every day. It's not a difficult thing to do, although it was actually in the start, like gums would bleed and things like that, but I want to do it every day, and I want to track when I write down my dreams every day. I want to clean my face every day and put moisturizer on it. So this will help me track all these things that I want to track, and then I can look and see when I'm doing well and see when I'm not doing well at all. And then when I go to my monthly spreads, I have a mood tracker. So then hopefully I'll be able to see like a correlation, like, well, I wasn't feeling good then and I stopped flossing my teeth. So it's obvious that I need to do something to make sure that when I don't feel so great that I still keep up with flossing my teeth. And also with the mood tracker, you can help yourself figure out ways to get better at tracking your mood, because on the daily spreads you can write down whatever you want. You can put tasks that you want to do, you can put things that you have done, you can put things that you what have I said? You can put anything down. So then if you are seeing that you are going through a cycle of feeling not so great sometimes, then you might decide that, okay, well, next month I will write down what I've done to try and make myself feel better every day. So then you can see if those things have worked or not. And with a traditional journal, you might not be able to do this, because every month the layout is already set up. So if you later on decide that you want to do, a spread tracking cool stuff that you've done or TV programs that you've watched, you won't have the space to fill that in because you have the space already filled out, doing these other things. So yeah, bullet journals, it's the way to go, I think. But unfortunately this month, when I've been feeling like physically really tired, I haven't used the bullet journal, and that sucks. But it's not even halfway through the month. So I'm going to pick it up again, and then I will have like 19 days during the month that I'll use the bullet journal, and that's going to be pretty good. Because what I've found is that at the start of the month, when I've done the spread, then I use it for about half the month, and then I fall off the bandwagon, and then I pick it up again the next month. So one of my tasks would be to use it consistently, and even when I'm feeling bad. Yeah, so that's gonna be my new mission. Yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna be it for today. Feeling super tired, but glad that I got this podcast episode done and talked about some things that I wanted to talk about. So that's really cool. I would like to hear if anybody uses bullet journaling themselves or if they use a traditional journal. I would also like to hear if any of you cool cats out there play Pokemon Go, and what level you're on and what level you think that you will be able to make it to by the end of the year. And of course, I want to hear anything else that you guys want to say. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stay shiny, and I will see you all next time. Hey door!